So I just left the coffee bar over there and the gym and the sauna. This is 4 kilometers an hour walk from where I usually stay by the river. You have to assume the rent is cheaper the further away that you're from there. Since this might be my new area to discover this trip, that's how I treat every visit. It's really by fate or destiny or whatever you call it. Wherever the bus stops, usually I like to find my way to where I'm comfortable with, but I change all the time. It's just like, oh, I walk around and this area seems cool and you're not carrying too much luggages. Nothing is like holding you back. So I'm quite comfortable right now. As you can see, I'm wearing my little bit extra layer of skin, I call it. This is a windbreaker. And my backpack that I bought at a secondhand store, one of my waist pouch, similar to my Nike bag, is actually designed the same way. It's designed for running. It's not the greatest, it's not the same great quality as the Nike bag, but it's half the price. So right now I'm putting on top of my Nike bag because my valuables are in there, like the charger. Fast charging cable became my most valuable item. It's like the 5 minutes of just charging time. It went from 6% to 20%. So imagine 15% of in just a few minutes. That's for me is great. A person like me who's on the go, I actually rather have a fast charging cable with 2 phones rather than actually having an extra battery pack, because I find the battery pack first is the weight and the storage space. I might as well have a secondary phone like this, a Samsung A13, which to me at this moment is still more reliable than the fancy phone. The only downside is the quality is not the greatest. But honestly, I tell my buddy Andrew that for me the memories is not. I don't need it to be in great quality, as long as I can hear the sound and the motion. And for me, those are actually. I don't care how many K or how many colors you see in these videos. I think one day I might eventually be blind, or even if I'm blind, I'm not seeing right. But just some of these sound and memories would trigger some happiness of me in my younger days. Like right now, imagine you're 50 and call yourself young. But no, I think one day if I do live past 60 or 80, I look back at some of these moments in life, probably not in this video, but if I just were to really focus and just like edit and just clip some of my favorite parts of my memories, I think that's more important. Oh, look at these trees, so low, right? You see, in North America it would be cut, but it's so nice feeling to have this like tree tunnel. Well, as a former environment designer, I kind of value these sort of spaces in a city like Phnom Penh, where it's supposed to be kind of like Hong Kong, but I don't think Hong Kong you see these like narrow streets and so many vegetation. It's just, for me, Hong Kong, even though it's my home, it feels like a concrete cement, similar to New York City. But New York City has Central Park, which is like mandatory greenness. But I'm sure you see mandatory greenness in Hong Kong too, but not the same way in here. Like people just building trees and grass outside their home just because they like trees and greens. And I mean, in Thailand, I think in Vietnam too, they sort of. Let me see. I'm trying to look for a travel agent. To be honest with you, this is not a travel agent. Water doctor, no. I'm actually just interested in just walking to a travel agent and asking them how much a Vietnam visa is, and if it's not too much. Like right now, I'm struggling with time, so for 20-30 bucks more, I might just get my service done, because if I have to wait here for 2-3 days, I might as well go see my friends on Koh Rong. But that is, again, not my objective this trip. My objective this trip is to get my mission accomplished in Vietnam and come back and relax and go spend lots of bucks in Pattaya and freaking just come back to life. I mean, go back to normal and then just come back to my ecstasy in Southeast Asia again. Where the hell are we? And yesterday this phone was acting funny. You might have heard a recording that the sound was all odd, and sometimes I wonder if there's hackers on my phone, but realistically it might be my sweat that might have gone into the phone, my $200 some odd phone, and it might have short-circuited it. But I don't see any travel agent store. See, once you see the travel agent store, you know you're in the tourist area. Right now, I like to think we're still 4 or 3 kilometers away. You don't see. This might be a potential good restaurant. Raw Cafe, another cafe. Sandos. A lot of variety. Oh shit, am I even going the right way? Pause this. The beautiful of having 2 phones is I can use my other phones to check to see if I actually am going the right way. Even as much as I like to say I've been here before, it's hard to because the terrain is flat and there's no landmark. It's really hard to identify which way is the ocean and if I'm actually even going the right way. So I'm going to hit pause in this video and see if I actually went the opposite way.